Dana White recently stated that he is not interested in booking Conor McGregor versus Michael Chandler at the White House event. Chandler says he would instead like to face Max Holloway there for the BMF title if Holloway defeats Charles Oliveira at UFC 326. If Oliveira wins, a matchup with Chandler would seem unlikely, as Chandler has already lost to him twice. In an interview with MMA Junkie, Chandler said, "I got my eye on that one, man. I think Max gets the win. I think Oliveira is coming off a pretty devastating knockout and turned around real quick, jumped into another training camp. I got my eye set on that BMF belt if Max wins. It is history. It is a one-of-one type event. It will never happen again. Could never happen again, probably." Nick Diaz wants to return to the UFC and fight either Islam Makhachev or Khamzat Chimaev. Nick's last fight was against Robbie Lawler back in 2021, where he lost by TKO in the 3rd round. Speaking to Full Violence, Nick said, "I'd like to come back. I could fight at 170 or 185. I'd fight Islam or the other guy, Chimaev. I think I could beat both of them. I could lose too, but I can see myself beating them. It's just about matching up fighters and coming in with the right formula, fighting the right fight." Jorge Masvidal went off on Herb Dean over his stoppage in Benoit Saint Denis versus Dan Hooker.
Oh, who's the referee? Let me guess, Herb Dean? Holy smoke. Girl, what is he waiting for to stop it, bro? Yeah, Herb, sometime today, huh? Yeah, Herb, it's just a fight, you know? No rush. No, yeah, the guy's definitely fighting back intelligent, Herb. Wow. I don't want to take nothing away from St. Denis' performance because amazing, but damn, as I've said my whole career, Herb Dean is the worst referee to ever exist. I mean, bro, does he suck? Holy smokes, is he bad? You know, it's a fighter, especially like Hooker, though he's obviously on his way out, he's not going to quit, he's not going to tap. You got to take that guy out. But he's obviously been in this position for over a minute and a half, and he's eating shots the whole time, from elbows to back fists to the face, getting choked, and then now the guy has obviously no energy because he took all of it to escape the choke. Now he's stuck in that position. He had maybe like 15 unanswered shots and still nothing. Still had another 15 unanswered shots. Worst referee I've seen. It's nothing personal against him because as a human being, I think Herb's a great dude. I've been around him a lot. Great dude. But I'm saying as far as like referee going, I don't know what it is, man. He just don't got it.
Bryce Mitchell made an appearance on Sneako's live stream last night. Bryce said his ex-girlfriend was a witch, and she used to steal his hair and make voodoo dolls out of it.
Like, I went to the Middle East and they said that in the barbershops, they always sweep up the hair and make sure it's not there, because if they get a piece of your hair, then they can practice magic with that. And then this girl was like, she tried to take a piece of my hair and then bury it with her period blood, and it's disgusting stuff, but that's stuff to look out for. Don't let these girls take your hair.
That's what happened to me. That's what happened to me too with the hair, because check this out, Sneako. I had little clues, like 3 months before the final demon came out and manifested, she kept dropping clues. So one day she was reading one of those witch books, and I made a joke at her. And I said, "What are you trying to do, summon spells to kill me?" I said, "What are you going to do, take a piece of my clothes?" And she said, "No, that's why I cut your hair, because she used to cut my hair." But she wasn't joking, bro. But I thought at first, I thought she was joking. She cut my hair because she was collecting it, making voodoo dolls. So she probably had a voodoo doll of me and was stabbing it with a knife all day, and that's probably why my back was hurting.
You had back pain back then? You couldn't fight?
I think that's what it was, man.
Yesterday, footage emerged of Jon Jones pretty much shutting down the idea of wrestling Daniel Cormier. Jon said he has severe arthritis in his left hip. Jon has since addressed this video and says the UFC is fully aware of his arthritis. However, he says it won't stop him from competing at the White House. In a statement to TMZ Sports, Jon said, "Looks like a private conversation I had at DBX5 in Houston made its way out into the wild. It happens. Like most fighters, we deal with injuries quietly sometimes, and like in my case, for years. A lot of us walk around limping most days, paying the ultimate price for our health. If you're wondering whether it's true, it is. I'm grateful for all my battle scars, and if I could do it all over again, I absolutely would without hesitation. It's been what I wake up for in my career every day. After becoming one of the most accomplished fighters in the history of the sport, my critics still give me grief about slowing down over the past few years. That's called living to fight another day, taking the lessons learned and applying them to business instead of the octagon. It's called evolution. The UFC knows the extent of my arthritis. They also know that if I were to put it all on the line one last time and endure that level of pain, the reward would have to be something special and something more than a fat payday. For me, that was and still is the White House. Whether that fight happens or not, my career has been one for the ages and nothing short of legendary. I left a big part of myself in that octagon. and I'm grateful for every bit of it. And don't get it twisted, I'll still kick 99% of your asses out there. Still putting up big numbers under the squat rack. Still training. Still outworking most of you. Just maybe after a proper warm-up and a good stretch. God bless, Jon Jones. Daniel Cormier says he doesn't think anybody could have beaten Jon Jones in his prime.
At his absolute best, is there anybody in UFC history was a better fighter than Jon Jones?
No.
Not even
close.
Not St. Pierre.
No.
Not Anderson.
The truth.
Not
hey,
Demetrius.
Hey, let me tell you something. People like to say you be hating on Jon Jones, man. He can beat you. I said, listen, man, and I told you this whenever I did your podcast.
You did.
I was so good when he beat me that second time that if he beat me that time, I don't think nobody could beat him. He was so, plus he tall, he got long arms.
84-inch reach.
Yep, he got good knees.
Elbow.
Him and I did that thing together, and we were talking about boxing. And he was like, if we boxed, it would be much harder fight.
Right.
He goes, because I kick Daniel a lot, and I need Daniel a lot.
Right.
And I think that is why, or a thing that people underestimate about him. I don't think in terms of skills, maybe Khabib was as good, but Conor McGregor was real good whenever he was like on his game, not messing up.
Kamaru Usman sent some words of support to Shavkat Rakhmonov regarding his knee injury. If you missed it, Shavkat revealed this week that he has re-injured his knee and will be out of competition for another 9 to 10 months. He has already been removed from the welterweight rankings.
I feel bad for him because all you want to do is be healthy and you want to compete and you want to provide for your family. But unfortunately, that's not the case. He continues to sustain these injuries. So one, I would say potentially, if this is really what you still want to do, let's find a new camp and let's take care of our body. Let's take care of our body until you're done with the sport. And then you can move home and lead your life the way that you want to lead your life. But if you still have aspirations of being a champion and doing all these phenomenal things, then we have to potentially look for a change, because I believe this is the second time now we're undergoing surgery, or the second or third time with the same injury. So man, I feel bad. I feel sorry for him, but it's a tough way. It's a tough one to be. I don't admire that situation at all. I've been there. Yeah, I've been there. Shavkat, I think try to get healthy and get back. Like I said, we hope big things for him. We hope he gets back to competing.
Sean O'Malley opened up on struggling with disordered eating habits after cutting weight for fights. O'Malley explained that once he makes weight, he tends to eat simply because he can, not necessarily because he's hungry.
It's the same amount of hours each week, each day, same amount of hours. Fight week feels so slow. Can't eat, pound water. You're just looking forward to this day, Saturday. So Monday, Tuesday, it goes so slow. Fast forward to Sunday, after the fight, fly home. It's Sunday again, and I feel like it's been 24 hours. It's crazy how fast the week after a fight goes. It is mind-blowing. Just been snacking hella. I've been eating pretty clean. Every time, I always say this after fights, if you haven't cut weight, you can't. It doesn't make sense. It's hard to understand. But after you cut weight and be disciplined for so long, and then you have that freedom the next week, that you just want to eat just because you can. Not even hungry. You just want to eat just because. So I've been dealing with that a little bit, having a lot of sweets. This sourdough sisters lady at the gym, she makes these sourdough Pop-Tarts, sourdough brownies, sourdough cinnamon rolls, and these sourdough cookies. And she gave me 2 boxes.
Damn, they gone?
Yeah, pretty much. But I told him, I'm like, I feel guilty. And then Danny's like, just enjoy it. Try not to feel guilty. It's hard not to, but dude, when I eat like that, I feel like it causes inflammation in my body, and I for sure feel it.
Yeah.
Body's been feeling pretty good today. I ran up the stairs. I sprinted up the stairs to grab something, and I felt something in my back, upper left, just like grab, boom. And I was like, I'm nervous to stand up after this pod because I felt it just boom, grab. I'm like, fuck, I knew it was coming. I shouldn't even eat all that sweets. But here we are.
Yeah, I know the guilty feeling with eating. I still feel it. I'm not even training for anything.
Jan Blachwicz shaved his beard for charity, and people are saying he now looks like Stipe Miocic.
Dzień dobry, szanowni, kłaniam się. Słuchajcie, i przyszła kolej na mnie. Wspieramy Daniela i jego córeczkę, Polę. To wszystko dla niej, żeby rozgłosić akcję charytatywną. Gole brodę, oczywiście kasiora będzie wpłacona. No i co? Od razu będę nominował Kawulski, Wiking, Adam i Grzesiu Kuca. Pozdrawiam i mam nadzieję, że nie wymiękniecie i wspomożecie Polę i Daniela. Okej, lecimy. Jak Yahoo to zaczyna wyglądać?
Ładnie.
Ładnie?
No.
Nie no, bardzo elegancko.
Troszkę wyglądasz jak dziadek.
Jak dziadek?
No troszkę wyglądasz. To pokaż mi.
Jak?
No dobrze.
Good. Dziś nic się nie zestarzałem. Także efekt końcowy jest taki, ale słuchajcie, akcja charytatywna, słuszny cel, a to ma tylko charakter taki, żeby tą akcję jak najbardziej wypromować, żeby jak najwięcej pieniążków można było zebrać dla Poli i jej rodziców, także trzymajcie kciuki, żeby tej kasy było jak najwięcej, wspierajcie, pomagajcie. Jeszcze raz, Maciej Kawulski, Adam Wiking Biegański, Grzesiu Kuca. Mam nadzieję, że nie wymiękniecie.
Justin Gaethje's coach Trevor Wittman explains how he built the game plan for Gaethje to outstrike Paddy Pimblett.
I've seen a lot watching Paddy, and like when he fought Chandler, Paddy's very good at blitzing, and he'll run his feet, so he's running his feet over the top of himself. And when he fought Chandler, it was a perfect fight for him because Chandler's very wide stance, and he'll jump in and out. So Paddy's very hard to hit when you're on the tracks with him because he'll pull really high with his head. So first off, our game plan was to be on his shadow, so we had to walk him down. That was like the most important, like get him close to the cage, then we'll fire off shots.
That's what you mean by being on the shadow, is just
being on the shadow, so your feet are on the shadow before Justin starts to punch. Okay. Because a lot of people, try to reach on the first two shots, and he like turns away. He's got a really goofy style of like defense, but it works. Right. And but if you get on his shadows with him turning away, it's very easy for me to find shots on you. So that was a big part of the game plan.
We have a major update on Ilia Topuria today. Ilia and his ex-wife Georgina have reached a settlement, and the case has been officially dismissed. Both sides agreed to the terms Ilia initially proposed. He is set to resume training at his private home gym in Madrid, and is targeting a return at the White House. Ilia posted this on his Instagram today. In the caption, he wrote, "The champ is back." Now it's being reported that Ilia Topuria versus Justin Gaethje has a 90% probability of happening on the White House card. Alvaro Colmenero writes, Ilia Topuria has taken a giant step towards regaining his private normalcy after reaching an out-of-court settlement, which will allow him to prepare for his next fight at 100%. With this outlook, I'm told that with 90% probability, he will fight at the White House against Gaethje. He continued, that said, in the UFC, until there's a signed contract, a fight can't be considered official, and that 10% would be reserved for a generational super fight like one involving Islam Makhachev. And that's going to wrap it up for the news. Thanks for watching. For daily MMA news and content, subscribe to Full Mount MMA and click the bell icon to be notified when we post videos. Here are the 3 top comments from last video. The first one's from Adeptus Santos. It's in reference to Jean Silva saying his friendship with Mauricio Hufi is over. It says Jean Silva acting like a jealous ex. The second one's from Mech Manaman. It says Jean Silva actually had CTE before his MMA career. And the final one's from Mock Sun number 16. It says, I heard that laying under the octagon for so long is what messed up John's hip. Those were the 3 top comments from last video. If you want to be featured in the next one, all you have to do is comment down below. And if you missed yesterday's news, click the video on screen right now to get caught up.